ninjas. I'm Strident, and I'm back with another action figure review. It's late, and I figured let me get one in before I go to sleep. And I'm looking at the 10th anniversary Master Chief from Halo 2. This is actually a decent figure. Me and ODC, that's me, have been going back and forth over this one. His is really flimsy, and mine's not that bad, but you know, I have issues with it, but they're not big issues. Overall, though, I just want to go over the pros and cons, the articulation, and show you what makes this figure, you know, maybe a hit or miss, depending on what kind of collector you are. I am a big Halo fan, and as I've said before, I'm a fan more of the mythos, the story, and the design, not so much the game. The game's good, but I never was an Xbox person, so I've played it, and I've played it like all the way through, played many of the sequels all the way through. I just, you know, I'm not like huge on the games. I just prefer reading about, you know, the whole universe and seeing things that, you know, happen and go on in the Halo universe. But anyway, let's get on with the review. So this figure looks really nice. The sculpting is really great. It's a nice improvement over the previous Halo 2 Master Chief figure, which I don't have. This is the Halo 2 version, which kind of looks like the Halo 3 version, except this figure is a lot larger. And they improved, to some degree, they improved a lot of the articulation, so you don't end up with some of the breakage issues that you had in the Halo 3 figures. So, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, gripe on it. Wow, visually, this figure's nice. Now, when you're looking at him side by side with the Halo 3 version, it's just weird that there's such a big size difference. You know what I mean? This is before Halo 3. So why is he so big, and then why is the Halo 3 version so small? And this is one of the issues I've had all across the board with all the Halo figures from McFarlane. You can see a lot of similarities from head to toe in the design, which is pretty cool. They've been pretty consistent with the designs, you know, following Bungie's designs. I mean, this is what they looked like. And you can see that 3 had a different torso, but many of the accents on the arms and legs are pretty much, you know, along the same lines. And I don't mind that. You know, I like that. I just wish that they were in the same scale. I kind of wish that the 3 figure was as tall as this one. I prefer the 3 because it's just a better figure. Except for the hands. Right here, that's the package Master Chief, and he's even smaller than this one. And then here we have the Halo 4 Master Chief, along with the others, just, you know, so you can see what's going on with them. You can see the differences. Here is the soldier from Halo 4, Spartan soldier. So you can kind of see that there is, like, you know, a big difference between the 4 designs and the 2 designs. Here is Emil from Halo Reach. Huge difference. And then lastly, here is the red leader from the red team. I can't remember what his name was. Jerome, I think. You can see there's a huge difference there between those designs, but you can see very much, you know, design elements that connect the two. So, you know, real cool overall. So, accessories. What would a Spartan be without his accessories? Master Chief comes with a decent amount of accessories this time around. Some of the other ones weren't so good when it came to accessories, but as you can see, he comes with, you know, a decent amount of stuff. You've got a battle rifle, you've got 2, you know, bigger guns. I forgot what those ones are called. Plasma pistols, and then the SMGs, and as well as a grenade. It's been a long time, man, since I really looked at Halo, so forgive me for forgetting the names of those guns. They're brute plasma rifles. That's what they're called. I don't know why I forgot that. I don't know why they call them rifles. They're not actually rifles, but whatever. Plasma pistols, in my opinion. That's what they look like. But anyway, you can see there's a lot of detail on them. Lots of good paint work on them. I mean, it's pretty immaculate paint for, you know, such kind of fragile weapons that go to this character. But they're well done. And for the most part, they work this time because he has 2 gripping hands, so he can actually hold all the weapons in both hands. There still is the problem though with you know, the handles being too small for the hands, and that's a reoccurring theme all across the Halo everything with McFarlane. So I mean, it's not even, I can't even just say it's a nitpick and it's an issue, because you know, it's just a common thing with them. It's like a design element, you know. He has pegs all over the place so that you can store everything. You can see he's got them on his waist, he's got them in the center of his back, he's got them on his legs as well. You can remove most of the pegs except for the ones on his waist. Those ones are actually built into the actual armor. So his articulation is real simple. He has ball jointed head and neck, and he can look left and right. There's no issues there, even with the two little light things on his shoulders. They don't really get in the way and obstruct any of his head movement. So kudos to them for that. I was impressed. He kind of, I want to say they improved things mostly in the hands and in his, you know, from the waist down. Because his, I shouldn't even say from the waist down, his hips. His arms move up about that much. The shoulder joint kind of restricts it, but you can't really push it any further. If you twist at the bicep, you can pull his arm up like that. Bends at the elbow, twists at the bicep as well, and the, oh, I'm sorry, it twists at the elbow, not the bicep. Then he also has this kind of, you know, he has like a wrist joint all over the place. It's pretty cool. I like the wrist joints on these, and I like the hands on these overall because they're bigger hands, and like I said, they're gripping on both sides, whereas the old ones had issues with the, and here I go with the issues. He had issues in the you know, one hand was like kind of a cupping hand and the other hand was a holding hand. The big issue with this figure is that after you move it and you pose it for a little while, the joints in the hands and the legs just seem to get slack. So look out for that. It's really hard to keep him standing. For the sake of the review, I used the stand, and mine is not really slack because I've only played with him maybe once or twice since I bought him. This is not my favorite figure, but I feel like he has good articulation as far as posing him and putting him on your shelf. You know, and I do play with my Halo figures. I have a lot of Halo figures. Halo, like I said, is one of those things. I admire the design aesthetics for the Halo series. I think it's some of the best design in, you know, games. It just sucks that it's that Space Marine hoorah nonsense that they always do. You know, imagine if these guys were like explorers or superheroes or something. It would have been even better. So, as you can see, though, he has all the necessary articulation, everything down to toe articulation, and even an ankle pivot, so to speak. He has more of the Soda Toys kind of tip of the front of the foot twists so that he can, you know, kind of have the wide-legged stances and still look like his feet are planted flat and firmly on the ground. It's a nice little gimmick the way they did it. It's not too much else to really say. And then, you know, you can actually bend it and still, you know, swivel. So I like that. So what you end up having is a kind of a redo of sorts of, you know, the basic Halo figure. I think they really hit their stride with the Halo 3 figures, and they had the best articulation, but the build quality of their hands was shit. This figure kind of, you know, fixes that issue and, you know, helps make the figure a little bit more worthy of, you know, being in the front somewhere on your shelf where you can actually see this guy and you can actually play with him, because if you have a decent amount of weapons for your Halo figures, you can find things for him to hold, and he basically holds things the right way. Yes, his hands and his grip is a little big, so, you know, the battle rifle handle kind of just, it's plopped there in his hands, kind of floating in his hands. But if you use the old school assault rifles, you know, like you see here, he holds that really well. Anything with a larger handle, he holds pretty well. So, you know, it's not a bad figure per se. Now, there are QC issues, and the QC issues are, as I said, where either you're going to get a figure that's slack right out of the package, or after you pose him a few times, he's going to be slack. Besides that, though, I actually don't mind the articulation. I don't mind a lot of the changes. You know, they're not game deal breakers for me. He's well painted. I know I didn't mention it much in the beginning, but he's extremely well painted. I didn't have any slop on this figure, and I mean, and it really represents the video game really well. He looks almost better in toy form than he does in the game. And I have like every Master Chief they've released, except for like the stupid gold ones and whatnot like that. I don't like that kind of shit. But like all the ones that reflect his in-game look, I have them, and I think they look good. You know, I don't have any problems with them. So anyway, let's try that. This has been my review of the 10th anniversary Master Chief from McFarlane Toys. It is a Halo 4 line figure, but it is the Halo 2 version of Master Chief. It's the 10th anniversary version. I think it's an okay figure. It's my story and I'm sticking to it. Thank you guys for watching. You've been great, and I will see you in the next video. So peace outside, guys.